folks, it's Kat.Beanie and welcome back to another video. Now, early game Minecraft can be intimidating and not all of us are great miners, builders or redstoners. I am terrible at redstone and even when I try my best, it usually ends in chaos. So here are 5 low redstone farms to get you going in the early game of Minecraft. Now, whether you are new to Minecraft or have been playing for years and still don't know the ropes, like me, these farms will help get you a little further down the road. To pull this off, you will have to do a little bit of mining and make a jolly jaunt to the nether for resources because some of these farms require iron and quartz to make the components. So here we've got an observer. You will need 6 cobblestone, 2 redstone and a piece of quartz. So obviously you will have to go to the nether to get that. And here is a dispenser which needs some redstone, a bow and some cobblestone. Like all of this you can get by killing a skeleton and doing a little bit of mining. Easy peasy, right? Finding a mine shaft early on would also be a great help. With rails and other materials for some of these builds, but you know, you do you. First off, we have the sheep shearing farm. These are great for automatically shearing sheep, so you don't have to. And if you get all the colours, you'll have enough colours to make a rainbow or anything else that you want to make in Minecraft. The observer over here detects when the sheep eats grass using the shears inside of the dispenser to clip the wool, which is then picked up by the hopper minecart underneath. So in order to get this minecart on top, you will need to place a rail on top of the hopper to start off with, then put the minecart hopper on top and then break the rail. I used a bunch of wool in our SMP Divergence to help build a house from up, complete with all of the balloons. All of the balloons. The next 2 are sugarcane and bamboo, and these farms can be made exactly the same way and work the same. When they grow to the height of the observer detects them and then makes the piston extend, breaking the crops. I use mud because mud is not a complete block and it's easier for the hoppers underneath to collect the drops. On the same wavelength as the bamboo and sugarcane farm, we have a basic kelp farm. Kelp is vastly underutilized in Minecraft. You can eat it, you can use it as fuel, you can get XP from smoking it. You can easily make a self-sufficient XP farm that solely runs on kelp. You can also compost it for bone meal and it grows fairly quickly. The only difference this farm has is you need water source blocks to help the kelp grow. So as you can see, we've got our observers up here, we've got our pistons down here. You do need to put redstone at the back of these farms in order for the observers to detect when they grow up, and make sure that these are full blocks to put the redstone on. And then with a little bit of water coming down here and the signs, we've got when they break, the kelp will run into this chest here. And I've also got a separate chest so that when kelp runs into here, it automatically goes into this bone meal farm and we get bone meal out the bottom. So you could easily extend this out, have vast amounts of bone meal, or just gather kelp to make an XP farm with smokers, etc. Because once you've smoked so much of the kelp, you can just use it to keep fueling those smokers over and over and over again. All of the components are in these different farms. We've got the observers, the pistons, the kelp, the mud, the glass, the chests, the hoppers, stone blocks, redstone, oak signs, and the composter. The only thing I didn't put in was the water, but you know how to get water buckets, right? We've got the different components in here for the other farm and the components in here for the sheep shearing farm. And last but not least, we have a cacti farm. And yes, that is how you say that. Cacti farms are great because cactus, when smelted, produce green dye, which you need for, dyeing your sheep. You can also bone meal cacti or use them for a mighty defensive wall. Like, if you put more cactus at the front of this, no hostile mobs are getting in here. I mean, except for maybe, phantoms, but, we don't like those guys, right? We don't like those guys. Cacti also works great as an infinite refuse system because stuff that drops onto cactus is lost to the never-ending void of nothingness. We've got some smooth quartz in here. Let's just, see? It disappears. It ain't coming back. So do not die on top of a cactus with your good loot on, right? You have been warned. Anyway, these are just a few early game farms that you can get up and running pretty easily, whether on a small scale or a larger one. Some of these can be easily extended. The sheep one, you will need to make the same thing, just repeat it over and over again. Easy peasy, lure your sheep in, job's a good one. Let me know what farms you like to build first in a new world down below in the comments. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye.